High atop the snowy peaks of Mount Kailash, where the air is thin and the stars feel close enough to touch, lived Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati. One afternoon, they held a shimmering golden mango. This was no ordinary fruit. It was the mango of supreme wisdom, a prize meant for someone who truly understood the nature of the world. Their two sons, Kartikeya and Ganesha, looked at the fruit with wonder. Kartikeya was strong and fast, always ready for a challenge. Ganesha was thoughtful and calm, with the head of an elephant that held a vast amount of patience. Shiva smiled at them and said, "The one who circles the entire world 3 times and returns first shall win this fruit." Kartikeya didn't waste a single moment. He called for his loyal companion, a magnificent peacock with feathers that shimmered like jewels. "Come, Parvani," he cried, leaping onto the bird's back. He was certain that his speed would guarantee his victory, for no one could travel faster than the wind. With a powerful flap of wings, Kartikeya and his peacock soared into the sky. Ganesha stood still, watching his brother turn into a tiny speck against the sun. Lord Shiva watched Ganesha, wondering what the clever boy was thinking. Ganesha didn't look worried at all. He seemed to be deep in thought. Far away, Kartikeya was a blur of motion. He raced over the 7 seas. Feeling the salty spray on his face, he flew over dense, green jungles where tigers roared, and over scorching deserts where the sand glowed like gold. He was halfway around the world in the blink of an eye, pushed by his desire to win. Back on the mountain, Ganesha looked at his mother, Parvati. He saw the kindness in her eyes and remembered all the stories she had told him. He realized that while the world was vast and full of wonders, the most important things were much closer than he had realized. A brilliant idea began to bloom in his mind. Ganesha stood up and folded his hands in respect. He began to walk, but not toward the horizon. He walked slowly and carefully in a circle around Lord Shiva. He treated every step with devotion, moving with a grace that showed he wasn't just walking, he was honoring something sacred. Just as Ganesha was finishing his 3rd lap around his parents, a gust of wind announced Kartikeya's return. The peacock landed, its chest heaving and its feathers dusty from the long journey. Kartikeya jumped down, certain he had won. "I have done it," he shouted. "I have circled the world 3 times." Lord Shiva looked at Ganesha and asked, "My son, why did you not travel across the lands and seas like your brother?" Ganesha bowed his head and replied softly, "The world is indeed large, but for a child, their parents are their entire world. By circling you, I have circled everything that matters." Shiva and Parvati were moved by Ganesha's wisdom. They realized he understood that love and devotion are the shortest paths to truth. Parvati handed the golden mango to Ganesha. Kartikeya, seeing his brother's wisdom, smiled and realized that speed is good, but perspective is the greatest gift of all.